Hi, it's Jez here from Nigezza.co.uk. Thanks for joining me today. So I'm going to bring you a little treat project today because I've got a team retreat at the weekend, so that means swaps. So I've made a load of swaps and I'm going to show you how I did them. So I've got two different styles. Well, they're both exactly the same, but I used different sheet of paper on them and different ribbon. So I have used the Sweet Talk DSP, which is going out of the catalogue at the end of June. I've literally got one sheet left. You might imagine why I've still got this one left, because it's purple, it's my favourite. I've used all the others, and I have used my scan and cut. If you look at this, use this to cut out lots of the sweets. The other half of this sheet, I literally cut it all out and I cut out all these little sweets. But yesterday I just needed a couple of extra hearts, so I just went back in and just did those. And I did the sheet, that's really all I've got left of it, that had the Love Heart sweets on, which is these Text Me, Hug Me. And I cut all of them out. And because I chose to use these sheets as backing paper, got the lollipops, they came out of there. I've used that in another project. So I've got, underneath this, I've got oodles of these colours. They didn't really go with the paper, so I've got them for other things. They're ready. And I miscounted and didn't have quite enough of these purple ones. Now let me find how I got around that problem. There we go. So the way I got around that problem was on the reverse side, you've got this purple sheet here that says I love you in different languages, and so I just turned it over and that worked. So so yeah, that's what I did. I think when I originally thought of this, I was going to use paper that I could use all the colours on, and then I forgot because my memory's rubbish. And so yeah, they've all worked out this way. And I had to be really frugal with the red ribbon. This is the faux linen red ribbon there, that is also retiring at the end of this month. I suddenly had a panic this morning going, oh, it's already retired and we're supposed to use current products, but I have had to do some in this white ribbon. You might think, oh, I don't recognize that, but it's this ribbon, the frayed ribbon, and I just cut it in half, and it's even more frayed now. And so I used that on these last few. I've actually made a couple more than I needed because I got a bit fed up of counting and got it all wrong. But anyway, so I'm not going to open one of them up because I needed tweezers and glasses, so I can't show you what's inside. So the surprise will come when I make these. So I've already done some prep. So for the base, oh God, look at me. I'm using the lovely designer tags. So I'm using this big die on the designer tags, and to cut. So this is the basis, and I thought they looked a little bit like handbags, and so I had a little play and made a few little things with it whilst playing. So that was my original play, and then that one's got the butterfly that's in this set on it, and then I just put a little sentiment on it. I decided that that was too much die cutting to mass make, and so that's why I went with this design, because I used my scan and cut, so that was much easier than doing turning of a wheel. But I thought that was quite sweet. I just thought I'd show you that so you had another little sort of idea of how you could decorate it. And it takes up very little DSP. And I haven't written down how big this little rectangle is because I forgot. So it is 2.5 inches, and it's 1 1/4, yeah. So 2.5 inches by 1 1/4. That is all we need. I've left 2 to make. I actually don't need any because I say I've miscounted. So I literally folded it by hand. So that's why I decided to do 2 so you could see. So I just held them up together. Double checking, don't have to be fully precise. And then I just went down the centre and then out to the sides. And then I got my bone folder. Give it a crease. That's it. Really, really simple and quick. I did this totally like a conveyor belt. So I cut all these out. You can get 8 from a sheet of A4. So UK A4, you get 8 of these. So I cut, oh, all going everywhere. I cut these in half lengthways, and then let's get a sheet out. Cut it in half lengthways, and you got, so you get 2 aside that way, and then you can get 4 coming down this way. Okay, I think that will possibly not work if you're US paper. I think I worked it out. My brain was aching, but because ours are like 11 3/4, your sheets are 11. I don't think you get that one on. I think that's slightly more than 3/4 left over there. Well, maybe it's not. Maybe you can. With a bit of a squeeze, you might get 8 out if you've got American card size as well. But yeah, certainly if you're standard A4, which is the rest of the world, I think, apart from the US, you can get 8 out. So quite a frugal make. Okay, so that's that. And then got my rectangle. You can, of course, decorate this any way you want. So you can make it to be Christmas. I'm using wet glue. You don't have to. I think tape would work. As I was doing it, it was like, if I'd have used, if I'd just used a bit of tape, it would have been quicker, but I didn't. So that was that. So I just stuck that on. I mean, that's why I didn't use tape, because I wanted a bit of wiggle. Not that I'm getting much of a wiggle there, Jez. And then, so I cut them all out, and then I cut out all these strips. And then I used my scan and cut for the decorations. Added the contents. I haven't showed you what the contents are yet. And then put the ribbon. So purple on that one, pink on that one. So I just put 2 hearts on that one. There we go. Simple as, didn't take long. When you're making like 40, you don't want it to take a long time. There are dies. There's a stamp set and a die set that goes with this. And I think the dies cut these hearts out, although I'm not sure, to be honest, because I don't have them. But my scan and cut them out really well. So, and you could, if you wanted to, add some other sweets to it. So I might add another little sweetie to that one. Because I can and I want to, and I cut it out. So just going to put another little sweetie there, and that kind of joins up there with that heart lollipop. Quite like that. So that's that bit done. And then what I've got to go on the inside are these little sewing kits, little travel sewing kits. My idea was that you could put these in your handbag. I bought a bunch of these off Amazon. I think it was Amazon. Got 100 of them. It cost that much, about £7, I think, something like that is what I paid. And they fit in this really, really nicely. I'm trying to get my stamp and seal out of where I'd put it. So just a little strip of that, just something to hold this in place. Could use a glue dot, and there we have it. So nice little thing there. I think they're always handy to have. Went away for the weekend, and we needed a safety pin, and I'm like, oh, I've got one of those little, I was a little bit more generous with what was left over. All right, we'll keep it at that because it will be easier to do. I had to literally use glasses and tweezers on the others because I wasn't so generous. But yeah, you're always needing, well, you're not always, but you might often need a little bit of emergency repair. So having one of these in your handbag is useful, and it looks pretty as well. So there we go. So just wound those around. I think the people that get the swaps off me might need to, once they take the ribbon off, to have a look what's inside. They might need to add their own little bit of ribbon, because I really have been really frugal. I cut 3-inch piece to go in here, which I think they're cute and I think it's a nice size, but it was quite hard to do the tie-in. So good luck with that, everybody. I do apologise, and I was cursing myself whilst I was doing it. It was like, it's taking you so long. Time is money as well. I'd rather have used a bit more ribbon. But hey ho, that's what I did. So that is my little swaps, my little treats. Nice little customer thank you. So always when people buy from me, I send them a little thank you as well. So I've got loads ready to give. And I then had to do some little welcome to the team packages, and I always like to put a little treat in. So you could just do it with a bit of, you know, the whole thing is DSP, and then you haven't got to do much decorating, and then I've just put a little for you. And I wasn't frugal with the ribbon on this one, and a little mini dime bar, which is upside down. Jez, never mind. And they fit in beautifully. So other things can fit in here. So I'm sure there's other little flat treats that you can use to fit in. I just thought, I just saw that double-ended tag and I thought, fold it in half. It's a wee little handbag sort of thing. And yeah, so that was my idea. So hope you like that. I will link down below to all the products I've used. All these DSPs actually are retiring, and that ribbon's not, and these ribbons are, but the dies are brand new. They're new in the annual catalogue. I love them. They were like top of my list when I saw them. Okay, don't forget to like and subscribe. Shop down below if you wish to buy anything, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.